Yeah, unfortunately, most players don't let me manage their money, so there's not much I can do there. In Maddie's case, he comes from a great family. Both his mom and dad, Cornell graduates, and very smart people. So, we think he's in good hands there, as well as his agent group with Pepperson and CAA. I mean, I'm sure they have a lot of dialogue with Maddie and his family as to what they do and how they do it moving forward. But it's not something that I get involved in at that point. But.
Hey Ron, obviously Larson's defensive prowess is well known. On the offensive side, over the 3 years, what have you seen from him in terms of being that kind of a contributor?
Yeah, no, he's contributed offensively as well for us. The minutes that he plays in the top player with Dunner, they're always going against the other team's best day in, day out. And you just watch him, the battles he has in the corner in front of the net. He's not a guy that other players like to play against. So, first and foremost, he and his family are terrific people. They want to be in this market. Too, he loves being a Seattle Kraken and loves everything that this organization does. So, he sent me a really nice text after we agreed to terms, which, I shared with our ownership group that, I think they appreciate it. Just that kind of individual. Defensively, gives you everything he has every night. Offensively, he's going to try and, score goals for you. Do whatever. You can see the bench sometimes when the big cat scores a goal, they all get fired up. So he's that kind of guy in our locker room and on our team. So it's great to have him in the fold for another 5 years.
Ron, you mentioned his play with Vince. What do you think it is about the two of them that they've been so compatible and have unlocked maybe a next level for each of them?
Yeah, I don't know. Just this sort of, I think Vince, when he first got here, was kind of finding his way a little bit, and Lars, had some tough situations maybe in his background, and this was a fresh start for him, and they just kind of meshed and went well together. And I think both of them have been a real solid pair for us all 3 seasons, and I don't expect that to change moving forward.
With Larson, he's certainly been a leader on the team, and now he stays for 4 more years beyond this season. I know there's been discussions about potentially naming a captain. Is he somebody that you guys would be considering for that role?
Yeah, certainly he would be in the mix. I mean, I think in fairness to Dan, he hasn't even had a practice yet, so we need to give him a few weeks here just to see what he feels we have in the locker room and on the ice, and if he's comfortable naming somebody captain at the end, then we'll do that before we head into the season.
Is the next job figuring out the salary cap?
I don't know, we got $4,327 left, so not more left to figure out. So not much sleep for Ricky Olczyk this year, but we certainly look at that. If we have 21 players, we're tight up against it. So do we look at doing something to alleviate that a little bit? But at the same time, you don't want to just do something to make your team weaker. So we'll constantly look at that and monitor that. There's a couple of situations that we're a little concerned about as we get into the season, but we'll have those discussions with Dan and make sure he's aware of what may or may not transpire and kind of go from there.
Is that a level of flexibility you're comfortable going into the season with?
At this point, yeah. But, like I said, we're always looking at possibilities as well.
Ron, on Lars, he's missed just 1 game over the last 3 years. How do you see, from what he's done with durability, as maybe like an ally or a tool for him as he gets older and older here into his 30s?
Yeah, and he's a guy that won't take 1 day off the ice. I mean, you tell him it's a day off, for the scheduled ones he takes, but we have a coach that says, hey, we got a day off, and he wants to come and he wants to skate, and that's just who he is, and loves being on the ice, and I think that sort of translates to his ability. He loves to play the game and wants to play every night, and for us, he's been a real good player in that regard over the past 3 seasons.
You've spoken optimistically in the past about Shane Wright's chances of making the night roster again. Are you, the way things have shaken out, are you still optimistic?
Yep, yeah, very optimistic. Actually had a conversation this morning. Gary Roberts was really impressed with Shane's training this summer. He said that I haven't seen Shane yet. I know he's in here, but Gary said that when I see him, I'll notice a big difference. He said he was just almost a different kid this year in the training, more of a professional, more of a man in his process, how he went about things, and so that's great to hear. He's taking strides every year, and we expect him to take another stride this year. All right.
Thank you.
Thank you all. Appreciate it.
through any classes?
No, not till the 10th.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that's supposed to.
Oh, it hasn't started. Yeah, I'm surprised. Yeah.
In college, it's like a Walmart school, you know, when there was like a well outside. Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
You don't get some sort of disease.
Right, all the grades were together. So I was in the first grade, he was in the 8th grade, which is when it's so.
Sammy. Throwback shirt.
Oh, it's hate week. You have to.
You going on Saturday?
No. So it's Texas Tech, and then I wait to